Kris.
Hey, how's it going, Kris?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm well.
Dude, last year we were looking at getting that house for your family. Did you get it?
I did not.
Why not?
Honestly, it was just too expensive.
Okay, are you going to get it now?
Probably not.
Because?
Price just keeps on going up.
Okay, if the prices keep going up, you might never get that house. Do you understand that?
That's not good.
Do you understand right now that if you don't listen to the 4 pieces of advice that I'm going to give you in this video, you might never ever be able to afford a home again?
One shot, now the future is yours. Go! I'm turning dreams into reality. Yeah, it's one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Well, this is a depressing conversation. Why you might never afford a home? I mean, truth is, there's a lot of people out there that had plans. They were going to buy a house. They were going to do that a year from now, 5 years from now. They were going to do it right now, but they've gotten delayed. Why? Because the prices keep going up. And now they're thinking, I don't know if I can afford a home now. And if I can't afford one now, I might never be able to afford one again. National Association of Realtors came out with this on home prices. U.S. existing home median sales price is at a current level of $363,000, which by the way is up $350,000 from just last month and $294,000 from just a year ago. So just in 1 month, that's a change of 3.68%, and over the course of the last year, a 23% jump. Now just think about that. Home prices going up 23%. I wonder if that has anything to do with Biden printing money as if it's completely free, causing inflation, maybe hyperinflation in the near future.
Maybe if we ignore the problem, it will go away.
The prices are going to keep climbing, especially if the government just keeps printing money like it's free and there's no consequence, because it is absolutely having an impact on this thing called inflation. It's devaluing the dollar. And when that happens, it has the inverse effect in real estate where hard tangible assets like a property will inversely actually go up in value and appreciate. That dude at the start of the video is literally my brother-in-law. He had an opportunity to buy a house, and a year ago he's like, oh my gosh, that is so overpriced. In the last year, it's gone up over $100,000. And I'm sure that if he could time machine and go back, there's a really good chance he'd say, boom, I need to get that, because hindsight is 2020. Well, this video is designed to be your time machine, because I'm already going to tell you what will likely happen a year from now and 5 years from now. And it's bad news forecast when it comes to affordability. And if you're thinking of getting a house, there are 4 specific things you need to understand and why the market is changing and why you need to feel this urgency of get in now. So we're going to talk about 4 factors that are contributing to the rising prices, and then I'm going to give you probably the most important and practical advice of your life when it comes to real estate in this current market. Let's talk about number 1. It's called low inventory. You've heard about this, right? You've got all these eager buyers, not just a handful, millions of them, like the largest number we've ever historically recorded. We've got new work from home options where people are saying, hey, if I'm gonna work from home, then I want a different kind of home. I want it to be a place where I can do my career thing, but also a place where I can live. And then you also have people that are waiting longer to sell because they're kind of curious. I wonder how high this market's going to go. I mean, if I hold out and list my home, I could freaking bankroll an extra $100,000. But on top of that, just look at all of the proof that's out there. Look at these different, there's the Cape Cod market saying we've got low inventory problems, and you've got Central Kentucky low inventory, and the Woodlands real estate market low inventory, and New York. And bottom line, this phenomenon, it's happening everywhere. It's all across the United States, because according to the Wall Street Journal, we literally have 4 million buying units. That means human beings out there that are qualified that want a house. Now, what does real low inventory really mean? Think about it this way. Supply and demand is this game where my supply is a single house. And if I have 3 people in my local market, these are buying units that are interested in buying this house, then you know what? This house will eventually get sold. But now imagine there's not 3. Imagine for every house, this was your competition. Imagine that there was tens of people, dozens of people. Imagine that there were hundreds of people. Imagine that there were thousands of people in this county that are like, I want that house. Well, what that's going to do is it's going to drive the value of that house up, because there's so little supply. There's way more buyers than there is actually inventory or people that want them. So low inventory means not enough houses And when you compare that to this incredible demand of too many people wanting houses, that's part of what is spiking the prices of real estate. MarketWatch lists the second reason why prices are going up so high. It's called high cost of materials. Like literally the labor force, there's not enough construction workers. So what are they doing? They're jacking up their prices. They're aware of this problem. You got the price of lumber. You've heard of the price of steel. And frankly, just about every commodity that you need to build a house, their prices are up really, really high. I'm working on a remodel with my wife. We're doing an addition. We bought the land next door, and we're looking at like 12 or 15,000 square feet. My architect says, Kris, how many millions of dollars are you budgeting for this? Because in the current market with the cost of materials and how hard it is to get the contractors to go to work, this house is probably gonna cost you a few million extra dollars.
Hello, I like money.
Bottom line, a shortage of lumber, steel, and aluminum, for example, have caused the prices of homes to increase. Plenty of people want to buy homes, but high prices and a limited selection are the biggest obstacles. The average cost of a new home is about 12% higher compared than a year earlier when we were already at a near record peak. Right now, getting your hands on a property is not easy, and this is the second reason why. Number 3, we're going to talk about high purchase velocity. Velocity is the speed at which something is going. And in a normal real estate market, a home could literally sit there for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and then finally the right buyer comes along and buys it. Do you know how long a home is listed on average in this market before it gets snatched up? Check this out. According to data from Comey and Shepard, listed homes in Greater Cincinnati were only on the market for an average of 9 days last month. Similar trends are prevalent across the nation. A home in a typical market they claim might be only there for 30 or 60 days, but literally last week, half of all of the homes available in the entire United States, boom, they got under contract. The crazy part is that it's not just families, it's not just people that are buying up these homes. You literally have massive hedge funds and corporations that are saying, you know what? We forecast that these prices are going to keep rising month over month, year over year. You know what? We're going to pay 25% above market value. We're going to snatch the home and just rent it out rather than letting some consumer get it. Take Blackstone, for example. They're one of the largest hedge funds out there, and they're out there literally buying up all of these properties instead of the consumers getting their hands on them. And for a moment, just think about why would corporations do this? Well, imagine if you had a chance to buy a piece of Amazon or Tesla stock before it actually skyrocketed. If you had some kind of insider information and you knew 5 years later that the price was going to double, triple, or quadruple, it'd make a good investment. Well, the hedge funds, they have this insider information. And if you're a subscriber on my channel, I'm giving you this insider information. This low inventory that we have will take years to resolve, likely between 5 and 10 years. Which means there's people that are literally just buying real estate like me, and they're holding it, they're renting it out, they're cash flowing it, they're getting the tax benefits because they know that if they just hold it for 5 years, it'll probably be one of the juiciest returns real estate can offer inside of this decade and probably this century. Fourth and final, low interest rates are definitely impacting the prices of real estate. Think about it for just a moment. Rates are being held as low as they possibly can, as in this is a 50-year historic low. The government has never dropped them this low and kept them this low this long. And that's creating this huge frenzy of everyone saying, well, guess what? If prices are going to keep going up, maybe I can counter some of that with a lower interest rate. It'll help me lower my payment, and that might justify me going in and getting a house right now. But you know what? You need to be aware that the government can't do this forever. Check this out. The Federal Reserve probably will need to begin raising interest rates in late 2022 or early 2023, according to Bloomberg, as increased government spending keeps inflation above its long-run average. This will make it even harder to afford homes in the near future, because what happens if rates go then to 4%, 5%, 6%, and by that time, maybe the median price is like $450,000. In one of my earlier videos a couple months ago, I forecasted a very strong likelihood in the next couple years of seeing a national median. What was $250,000 doubled to over $500,000. So if you're wondering whether the market's going to correct really soon or prices are going to come down low, that's not likely in the forecast.
A flood warning and a fire warning. Look at that. I'm not sure how those two can be happening at the same time.
As promised, I want to answer this question. What can you do about this? I got two major pieces of advice. The first one is, if you are planning on buying a house, then set everything in motion so that you can get it, and don't wait 3 months, don't wait 6 months, don't wait 9 months. What you can do right now is you can get yourself qualified, start talking to the banks, you can start saving up for a down payment, because even a year from now, you're not gonna be too late, in my opinion. You can build your credit. If you have a credit problem, dude, you can go to a credit repair company, and a lot of those companies within 3 to 6 months, they can take care of that stuff. You can always be searching for the right deal, like keep your eye on the prize, be looking in the market, and you also have the opportunity to partner with an expert. Partner with an expert, well, this is actually my second piece of advice. Consider prioritizing investing in real estate as opposed to focusing on a personal residence. You know, a lot of people just naturally think that the proper order things is first get your house in order, buy a house, it's for you, it's for your family, and then save up money and then you can go and invest. Right now in this market, it makes complete sense to put off your own wants, needs, and desires and to get that money invested, get it actually working for you, like these hedge fund companies or like a lot of private investors like me that are out there doing this right now. When I say partner with me, I literally mean that I track the 324 markets in the United States, and I track the top 3 of them that are going up the most, that also have the best cash flow, the best tax benefits. And right now, we're buying a home just about every single day. So I got people all over the world that are like going to the links below these videos and saying, hey, Kris, can I see if I qualify to partner with you? Even though I accept very few people, those that I do partner with, I make it fully turnkey and easy to go and put in the hundreds of hours of work on each one of these deals. My partners don't have to do that. They want this to be turnkey for them. They want it to be done for them. And that's the service that I provide. It allows me to get in the game. It allows me to have skin in the game. It allows my investment portfolio to grow. But I'm generous in sharing the other part of that with my partners, because in this kind of economy, it's not your typical standard 25% ROIs. Right now, we're seeing double and triple those numbers, and I think we're gonna sustain that for a good long period of time. So if you got some money sitting in a 401k, an IRA, equity in a home, savings, and you're thinking, man, maybe I should consider getting into real estate, maybe I should do that instead of looking for a personal residence, click the link below and learn about partnering with me. And whether it's with me or someone else, find a way to get in the game. There's a possibility you are super young or you are without money and you're thinking, well, geez, Kris, this is amazing. I would love to get in the game of real estate, but I'm not saving up a down payment anytime soon. I don't know if that's exactly in my stars. There's a different way for you to play the game of real estate. My favorite way to play the game of real estate has nothing to do with properties and it has nothing to do with money, but it has everything to do with who you know. In fact, did you know that just by connecting good deals with people that are looking for good deals and people with money, that if you have the ability to put those things together, that you can make more money than if you actually save up towards buying your next property? If you want to see exactly how I do that, you should definitely check out this video right here on how I buy real estate with no money whatsoever. Do you realize that if that keeps on happening, that you're never going to get it?
That's not good.
And for you listening, I just didn't finish the take. I was like, that's not good. Yeah. I liked it. I needed to cut off that reaction. Yeah.